At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
It's What's Trending with Jiminita Swain and the Bahama Beauty. At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas from Studio A. It all starts right now.
Hey everyone, it's Thursday, October 16th, and you're watching What's Trending. I'm Jiminita Swain, and tonight we've got the latest news, and yes, we're diving into the serious conversations that matter. So buckle up, get ready, and let's jump straight into What's Trending. The words "you have cancer" change everything, but they don't define what happens next. We're unpacking the first crucial steps, how to care for your body through treatment, and how to find strength to fight. Hope begins with what you do next. Plus, 3 bold voices, vibrant creativity. We're diving into stories behind art, exploring what inspires these creators, and giving you the scoop on where to catch them next. The central bank is rolling out a proposal for basic accounts aimed at helping unbanked Bahamians, and they want your feedback by October 31st. We've got the full story. More stories, more insight, only on What's Trending.
Diet-friendly special.
Got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
Like, what you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, VAT included, but
I need the $10 special plate.
How many times would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
A cancer diagnosis can turn your world upside down, emotionally, physically, and everything in between. But what happens after the shock fades? Today, we're breaking down the first crucial steps towards healing, plus how to manage your body's balance and movement through treatment. Because this journey isn't just about survival, it's about strength, style, and showing up for yourself every day.
Styled for Strength, presented by Bahari.
Every cancer journey begins with questions, and today we're getting answers. Dr. Tracy Halkitis brings clarity to those crucial first decisions after diagnosis, and Dr. Kitty Roll shares how lymphatic healing and movement play a vital role in recovery. Together, they remind us that strength isn't just physical, it's the courage to keep moving forward. Welcome to What's Trending, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
It's
Happy
great.
to be here.
It's great to have both of you here with us today. So, Dr. Halkitis, let's start with you. So, after someone receives a cancer diagnosis, obviously, what are the first steps they should take, both medically and emotionally?
Well, you know, hearing a cancer diagnosis, it's quite scary. I'm sure patients would tell you that they are often stopped in their tracks because it's such a shocking thing to hear, the big C. But what's most important is that, you know, you get the right information from a trained professional about the way forward. So in terms of management, it depends on your stage and the type of cancer that you have. And each cancer diagnosis is different because each of us is an individual and it's not the same in every patient. There's a different stage, and the cancers themselves are distinctly different in the way they present, how advanced they are, and how aggressive they are. So the management of cancer is really a multidisciplinary approach. And we may be the center in that sense, but there's also the surgical oncologist, the radiation oncologist, we have the radiologist themselves.
Because that's what I was going to get into in terms of when you help patients to make the informed decisions in terms of their treatment options, like you mentioned, chemotherapy, radiation, or surgery. So all of that is, I guess, like you say, multidisciplinary approaches.
Absolutely. And we all come together and have a discussion about the patient and the way forward, the best way that we think that can give them the best outcome. And it does, you may have surgery first, we may have chemotherapy first, particularly if we're talking about breast cancer, and then radiation usually comes after both of those things. So it really is a multidisciplinary approach, but in all of that, what is most important is that, you know, you have a conversation with your provider and you make an informed decision. You can't let fear dictate and stop you from seeking treatment. What I find is crucial is that everyone, women, men, should have a primary health care provider.
Okay.
And the primary health care provider plays a very crucial role in wellness and just management of your health. Because certain cancers have risk factors and they can assess your risk. Sometimes your risk may be higher and require that you screen earlier than what's required. And they can remind you of when your screening tests are due. And the whole aim of screening tests is to diagnose cancer at its earliest, when you don't really have symptoms, when it's very small, and when you can have the best outcome.
Understandable. So now, Dr. Earl, we have you here, so we're going to bring you into the conversation. Can you explain the role of the lymphatic system and why it's so important during a cancer treatment?
Well, the role of the lymphatic system is to transport what we call waste material, or some of the waste in the body. So with circulation, you have blood pumping from the heart into the body, into the tissues, away from the heart, and most of the blood returns through the venous system, but there is a portion of it that stays through the soft tissues that does the job of taking up waste matter. It can look like protein, it can look like foreign bodies, it can look like microorganisms or pathogens we call bacteria, whatever's in the area. And in the digestive system, it also picks up fats. And it takes it back into the circulatory system where it can go through the whole process and be cleaned. A lot of the lymphatics run very close to the surface of the skin. And so you can imagine with a surgery, it can be compromised, right? When you cut the tissue, sometimes the lymphatics are interrupted. Also with surgery, one of the things is that lymph nodes are sometimes, from there the cancer site is removed and examined, and so you lose some of your lymph nodes. And that can decrease your ability to transport the lymph at the rate it's supposed to. The primary move of the lymphatic system, believe it or not, is breathing, right? Deep breathing, because the major lymphatic vessel is the thoracic duct, the lymphatic duct, and it goes through the diaphragm. And so when you expand and contract with your deep breathing, you help propel lymphatics. So when healthcare providers tell you get up and walk around. That's what we want you to do. We want you to move so you can help move some of that lymphatic. You don't want it to get stuck into your legs and your abdomen. So movement, breathing, chest exercises, arm exercises, moving your legs, calf exercises, that helps propel the lymph throughout the system. We want you to avoid tight clothing. So some people wear clothing to enhance appearances. That can be a challenge, as well as your diet, what you eat. You want to stay away from high fatty foods, extra processed foods, and you definitely want to drink a lot of fluids. Those things help the lymphatic system be as efficient as it can be.
And that makes a lot of sense. So the cancer diagnosis can change life, but it doesn't have to define it. So thank you so much, Dr. Tracy Alquidas, Dr. Kitty Rowe, for joining us today and reminding us that knowledge, care, and support always makes all of the difference. So thank you again for joining us today.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
We're just getting started. What's hot and who's next? Stick around. After the break, we're spotlighting rising talent in culture in color.
As an athlete, I've learned that success isn't built on extras. It's built on the essentials. Strength, discipline, smart choices. That's why I'm proud to partner with Bahama Health to introduce Essential 300. A comprehensive health insurance plan that's all about covering what truly matters. Essential 300 is Bahama Health's most affordable major medical plan for groups and individuals. It offers access to a specialized network of care with essential benefits like preventative services, because real strength starts with staying healthy. You may not be training for a race, but everyone deserves strong and affordable coverage with Essential 300. With Bahama Health, you can feel good about your health plan and protect what truly matters, your health.
For more information, call 396-1350 or visit www.bahamahealth.com.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a Dave's single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations excluding the airport and food truck.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer Mark crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3. Our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
The Bahamian art scene is bursting with creativity and bold new voices. On this week's Culture in Color, we'll explore the stories, inspirations, and vision behind the work of some of the country's most exciting contemporary artists. In studio today, we have Reagan Kemp and Nelson Gray here to share the stories and inspiration behind their work and give us a closer look at their creative vision. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here with us. So we're going to start with both of you. How would you each describe your artistic style, and how did you arrive at it? So we'll start with you, Nelson.
So my artistic style kind of blends a little bit of classical, traditional Bahamian art with my own taste of what I like to see and what I like to do mostly, philosophically.
And what about you, Reagan?
I think it's something of the same. I always really admired oil painters, like really painterly, brushstrokey sort of work, and I think that has sort of made its way into my practice. I'm really inspired by nature, spirituality, my family, and all that just kind of like creeps in there. So it's a good blend of stuff in there.
What would you say is your inspiration, Nelson? Would you say it's about culture, environment, or different influences that guide the work that you produce?
Well, I would definitely say it's my Bahamian artists, like Preston and
how did you feel being selected for the Transforming Spaces Internship Scholarship that's sponsored in partnership with the National Art Gallery of the Bahamas?
Well, it was definitely an honor for sure, a humbling experience, because I didn't realize how much people like seeing my work and actually admired it enough for me to be selected for a scholarship like this one, for sure.
Now, what about you, Reagan?
Same here. I think I'm always grateful to be a part of programs like this. I think it's a community that is driven by community in a way, and I think having the support of TS, the Transforming Spaces Board, and the NAGB was just marvelous. It's always great to have somebody believe in you and invest in you.
I think the space was infectious and creative. I felt like a lot of the things that I tackled during my residency had a lot to do with my environment, and because of my environment being at a standard, my work was elevated to that standard as well.
That makes a lot of sense. So tell us about your most recent or even upcoming exhibitions and what can viewers expect to take away from it?
Well, my latest work would probably be at the Fuse Fest at Bahamar through the 22nd to the 26th. And they expect something more creative, more out there, more mixed media, different from things that I'm used to making, like traditional artwork for sure.
Okay, what about you, Reagan?
I think, again, the same thing.
Yeah.
I think
so you're gonna see you at Fuse as well.
No, I think the NAGB probably be the next thing up for me. They're having I guess it's sort of like a recap exhibition in the project space, but I think it's the same thing. I think the residency kind of paved the way for me to experiment more, to kind of get my hand on different mediums, stuff like printmaking, kind of incorporating that with stuff that I was doing before, and it just kind of evolved into this cool new thing that I'm excited for people to see.
So what advice would you give to emerging artists trying to find their voice or their audience here at home?
Well, the biggest advice I would say is the trust in yourself, be 100% authentic to your ideas, and to just fail, but fail gracefully, and fail learning to get back up and to try again. Because you only really fail is when you stop working and you quit completely.
That's really good advice. What about you, Reagan?
That is really good advice. There are gonna be a lot of moments where you kind of like, this is not looking how I want it to look, but it's just like a time thing, you know, like continuing to invest in it and push and see the vision through. But another more boring piece of advice I would say is like to look at art history. Look at how Nelson mentioned the like beautiful history of Bahamian artists that we had that came before us. We have so many talented people in both like the, I guess, with contemporary and like older stuff that happened. It was just great, and it's available. Like the NAGB is always having shows like retrospectives, stuff like that you could just kind of go in and see and learn about the things that came before us, and I think that's always a great reference point.
Absolutely.
Fun growth.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we know that art has the power to reflect, to challenge, and to inspire. And through works like creators like yourself, Reagan and Nelson, we see that there is power in motion. So whether you're discovering their work or for the first time or following their creative journey, keep an eye out for these upcoming exhibitions and the stories they continue to tell through their brushstrokes. Thank you again to both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Now that we've been cultured, what's next for those without a bank account? Find out in economics.
If you would like to be a part of What's Trending, DM us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS.
diet-friendly special.
Honey barbecue, sweet and spicy, all new. Signature hot wings. What's your flavor?
Roasted garlic parmesan, tastes so good, chicken, you know. Those pepper wings.
Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
Get this straight to our new sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, ASAP.
New sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, quick.
New sales and marketing office in Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor, on my way.
New Sales and Marketing Office, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor.
You could have caught a ride with me. We're only a block away from ZNS.
ZNS Sales and Marketing has moved to the 5th floor, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West. For more information, call 502-3800.
Economics, presented by Sand Dollar, the digital Bahamian dollar.
For many Bahamians, the cost and complexity of traditional banking keeps basic financial services out of reach. But now the central bank is looking to change that with a new proposal for low-cost, no-frills bank accounts designed to bring more people into the system, and they want the public to weigh in. So we break down what it could mean, who it's for, and how you can have your say. So the central bank has launched for public consultation a new basic banking framework aiming to make it easier, cheaper, and fairer for more Bahamians to access everyday financial services. The plan, a low-cost or even no-cost account designed specifically for the unbanked and underbanked. Think easier account setup, no hidden fees, and just the basics. Deposits, withdrawals, and payments, no frills, no drama. It's all about cutting out the cost barriers that keep thousands of Bahamians from fully participating in the digital economy or even just having a safe place to keep their money. Under the proposed model, you'd need fewer documents to open an account. Accounts would come with transaction and balance limits to prevent misuse, and there'd be a cap on how much you can hold, set at $13,520 with a maximum transaction volume of $33,800 per year. The goal is to bring more people into the financial system safely, affordably, and responsibly. But the central bank wants to hear what you think first. The public consultation is open now through October 31st, and comments can be submitted via the bank's website. Money talks, and now's your chance to speak up about how it should work for everyone. And that's been your Economics. Well, the flavors are bold, the stories even better. In today's Celebration Key Meet the Vendor feature, we hear from Bahama Mama Seafood Pit, sharing how their seafood spot went from startup to staple.
Welcome to Celebration Key Meet the Vendor series, where we sat down with our vendors one-on-one, where they shared their story and their journey to becoming vendors at Celebration Key.
My name is Deanna Pinder, and I'm representing Bahama Mama Seafood Pit. So Bahama Mama Seafood Pit was established in 2016. We had a mission to give each tourist that visit our islands a chance to have authentic Bahamian food conveniently and also at a good price. So that was the reason why we decided to go onto Freeport Harbor and start selling our food. So Initially, we found out about Celebration Key via the news. They reached out to us because, like I said, we are a vendor on Freeport Harbor already. So we had the initial interview process after we filled out the application. And then after that, they actually came to Freeport Harbor and they tried our food, and we basically sold ourselves to them. They tried the food and that was it from there. As a Grand Bahamian, this was a great opportunity for us. You know, everyone always says, oh, Grand Bahama, we don't have that much things going on for us. So when we heard about Celebration Key, we was like, this is a great opportunity. This is a way to build the economy. So for us personally to be a part of this, this was truly a magnificent opportunity. Guests can expect authentic Bahamian food at a reasonable price, of course. And we also specialize in our jerk seasoning and our jerk sauce, so everyone always looks forward to that. We have tourists that also come back and they ask for that, so I can say that they can be excited for our jerk sauce and seasoning on our menu. We are also known for our lobster. We have great lobster. We have deep-fried lobster. We also have grilled lobster available. I can say that that is also something you can look forward to. Something that I'm looking forward to are the different guests and personalities that I hope to meet that come and visit every day, and also just the experience overall. My name is Deanne Pinder, representing Bahama Mama Seafood Pit, and we're so excited to serve you at Celebration Key.
Tired of looking at the same old kitchen? Step 1. Our talented recommended designer, Mark, crafts a custom design just for you. Step 2. Once your design is ready, CBS Bahamas makes ordering effortless. Your dream kitchen is within reach. Step 3. Our recommended installers bring your vision to life, ensuring every detail is perfectly in place. Sit back and relax as your dream space becomes a reality. Visit cbsbahamas.com and start bringing your home improvement dreams to life today.
Bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong. Bang bang bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong.
The internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SBDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting tingsybahamas.com.
And that's how we wrap up a trending week. Follow us on Instagram at What's Trending on ZNS for show clips and behind-the-scenes moments. I'll see you on Monday at 6 p.m. for more lifestyle, entertainment, and everything in between. Have a great weekend, everyone.
At the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas, I'm Clint Watson, and this is ZNS.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Here's a look at tonight's top stories. A gift that benefits workers. That's how Beku president describes the government's salary adjustment following a positive meeting with the nation's leader. A woman set on fire by a stranger shares her story of survival in the ZNS Northern Service exclusive.
I could get up from the position that I was in, and I put it back in my bag, and he shook it out and took it and used it on me.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
We had a meeting today to get an update on what the salary scale review is and are we included, and that meeting went very well.
A positive meeting and a new direction forward with union members. Good evening all, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest. Thanks so much for tuning in. Topping news tonight. An optimistic tone coming out of talks today as the Prime Minister met as promised with Sandra Major, union leader of Beku, along with union leaders of BAMU. Major described the meeting as satisfactory with both sides, making progress on key issues. Sherelle Dames joins us live in studio with tonight's top story. Sherelle.
Well, Jolanda, President of the Bahamas Educators, Counselors and Allied Workers Union, Sandra Major, says the meeting with the Prime Minister on the proposed salary review was both positive and productive. She emphasized that Beku had no reason to join any protest over a government-led initiative that stands to benefit its members, and tonight she shares why the union remains committed to working with the government in good faith as discussions continue on other contractual agreements.
It's something that was offered by the government. Yes, it was said. I know some people are disappointed that they did not receive it in September. But being the Prime Minister, he stated he will give it before the Christmas.
Thursday's follow-up meeting presented more of a calmer tone with the Bahamas Educators, Counselors, Allied Workers Union President Sandra Major making it clear why her members did not participate in the recent protests, adding that Beku remains committed to open dialogue and the protection of its members through level-headed negotiation and not confrontation.
There's grave misunderstanding of what they're doing. We don't know what the fight is. We're not going to jump because another Congress has jumped. We're sensible, we're educators. And so we came, first of all, to the source, who is the Prime Minister of the country.
Major also addressed the stance surrounding the BUT and BPSU's position. She says while other unions chose a different approach, her members won't simply follow along. Beku will act on facts and not on pressure.
It is a conversation. They're going to explain this and what is expected, and then you take it back and say, we agree, we disagree, can we change it? You have that conversation, and then you move on. We have presented our new industrial agreement, and that is what we want to see processed quickly, and our members will therefore even benefit greatly, because with the government offering up a salary review and our CBA, we are just our prayer is that our members even get more than they expect.
Major says the focus is now on dialogue, not division. She believes union leaders must set the right example, especially as educators. She adds that Beku will continue to push for their CBA, which was already submitted to be signed, in hopes that it will move forward quickly. When asked by our ZNS News team if she was satisfied with today's meeting with the Prime Minister, Major said she was completely pleased with the outcome. She added that the next step will be to meet with her members and share the details as they discuss the way forward. Live in studio, I'm Sherelle Dames. Back to you at the desk, Jolanda.
Thank you, Sherelle. Following Wednesday's protest by the Bahamas Union of Teachers and the Bahamas Public Services Union in Nassau and Grand Bahama, government officials met early Thursday morning to discuss details surrounding the government-initiated salary review. Communications Director in the Office of the Prime Minister, Latre Araming, says the meeting demonstrates that through dialogue and open communication, disputes can be resolved successfully.
For example, teachers, a lot of the unions would have negotiated their benefits under their industrial agreements. And so the government went a step further and including their benefits outside those agreements. For example, the teachers weren't previously part of this process, and the Prime Minister ensured that they were. And so it demonstrates to union leaders that when you come to the table, you could iron these things out and you could come to a successful conclusion.
Raming also noted that it is the responsibility of union leaders to represent the interests of their members. However, he emphasized that the government believes negotiation is the best way to address these issues rather than confrontation. Still, Raming suggested that some political parties may be attempting to use civil servants as a political pawn, a move he says only distracts from the real goal, finding fair and lasting solutions through open dialogue.
There's a way unions must go to obtain a legal strike. That's not the concern. I mean, that's not the conversation we want to have today. I think we maintain the view that, of course, unions represent their members. They have to do what they believe is the necessary action to get the results they want to get. It is the view of the government that it's better to do it at the table. There are some concerns whether or not these the protests could be influenced by political, and I think it's unfortunate.
In news from the court, it was a horrifying act that rocked the Bartlett Hill community. A man set ablaze in broad daylight. Tonight, the accused appeared in court facing an attempted murder charge. Our Raven Davis sat in on the court proceedings and has the details in this report.
It was here in the Bartlett Hill area where police say 36-year-old Kishori Williams was doused with gasoline, then set on fire. Today, the man accused of that horrifying act, 35-year-old Jerome Daniel Francois, appeared before the 8th Morocco Magistrates Court facing an attempted murder charge.
Francois, handcuffed and escorted into a white enclosed holding area, stood before Magistrate Simone Brown, who asked if he understood why he was being detained. Francois, appearing stoic but energetic, responded, yes, for getting a lighter and putting it in the victim's hair and burning him with fire. When asked if he was on any medication, Francois told the court he was taking risperidone pills, which is used to treat schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, or irritability associated with autistic disorder, but said he hadn't taken it since being released from Sandilands Rehabilitation Center. Magistrate Brown then read the attempted murder charge along with the particulars of the case. According to police, on Saturday, October 11, shortly after 10 o'clock a.m., officers responded to reports of a man being set on fire in Bartlett Hill. When they arrived, they found the alleged suspect, Francois, who had reportedly been attacked by unknown individuals after allegedly setting the victim ablaze. Francois shocked the court when he asked for clarity, questioning whether he would be sent to jail or to Sandilands. Williams' older sister, who was distraught, told our news team her brother suffered extensive burns to his head and arms and had to be airlifted to the Jackson Memorial Burn Unit in Miami. She says he has been sedated since the incident and the family is bracing for a long recovery, possibly with Williams hospitalized for the remainder of this year. But Francois is no stranger to the courts. At age 15, he pleaded guilty to manslaughter in the 2006 killing of a man in 8 Morocco and was sentenced to life in prison. A social inquiry report at the time noted long-standing mental health issues and a later diagnosis of schizophrenia. Now, nearly 2 decades later, Francois is once again before the court, this time on a charge of attempted murder.
Now, bail was denied for the accused, who was not required to enter a plea. He is scheduled to reappear before the 8th Morocco Magistrates Court on February 9th, 2026. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
And still to come.
Young voters take the lead as students cast their ballots in the local government student elections.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Come on down and see what Dolly Madison has in store for you. Renovate and rejuvenate at Dolly Madison.
Dolly Madison.
Save More Drugs. We got you. From cosmetics to prosthetics, what you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, the prices you need and deserve. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Celebration Key employees, Right Now Auto has a deal just for you. Get compact cars for only $225 weekly or $725 monthly with a 3-day minimum and no deposit required. Call 816-4239 or visit Right Now Auto in Freeport today. Inspirational Global Ministries presents the Kingdom Impact Summit 2025, October 16th through 19th, under the theme, Clear the Clutter to Carry the Increase, with Bishop Kermit Saunders, Pastor John Wild Goose Jr., Bishop Bracton Patton, and Psalmist Brindera Brainan and Eden Monroe. Fall just dropped and so did the prices at Bad and Bougie Trends. Visit them at number 10 Churchill Building and Unit for their jaw-dropping 50 to 75% off fall sale. Bad and Bougie Trends for stunning men and ladies designer outfits to must-have sneakers for the baddies and the bougies. Olivier Entertainment presents The Next Generation, a night of entertainment for the entire family, showcasing talent from the House of Dance starting at 7:30 p.m. in the Port Lakaya Market Square. Admission is free, but donations are welcome. Come and see The Next Generation.
New arrival.
Number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
Welcome back. A Grand Bahama woman is still recovering after a horrific ordeal that left her with severe burns. The incident, which reportedly stemmed from an argument at a local bar, has left her physically and emotionally scarred. The story may be graphic, therefore viewer discretion is advised. Hear more in this ZNS exclusive. It started out as a normal night out 2 Saturdays ago for Candace Quant, who was simply enjoying time with friends at a local bar. But what should have been an ordinary evening quickly turned into a nightmare. Quant says a man approached her with inappropriate words, and when she refused his advances, a heated argument broke out. That confrontation soon escalated in the most horrifying way. She was doused with alcohol and set on fire.
In that moment, it was... When it first initially started, it was like, I'm taking back my life. That's why I fought.
She revealed that the alcohol used in the attack was her own, which she normally keeps on hand as hand sanitizer. She says the man grabbed her bag, took the alcohol, and poured it over her. Kwan says during the shocking moment, she turned to prayer, reminding God of his promises.
You tell me. I here for something better. This don't seem like something better. Now you gotta make me win this. You know, this ain't what you teach me. You know, and as far as I understand, you're not a liar.
But get this, she says it wasn't the first time the man tried to make sexual advances towards her. Their first encounter was just a month ago.
A couple weeks after that, I got into an altercation where they scarred my face.
In the aftermath, Kwan says she has distanced herself from everyone to cope with the trauma.
Love is one of the things that is helping me to generate, even though I try to shy away from everybody.
Now, the suspect in this case is a 39-year-old man who was arrested and charged with grievous harm, given bail, and is required to report to Central Police Station twice a week. He was also outfitted with an electronic monitoring device. Today, Candace says her focus is on rebuilding her life, regaining her independence, building resources, and reclaiming her sense of self. For anyone looking to support her recovery, you can contact 441-9078. As she says, proceeds will go towards her youth group, who was also instrumental in her healing. In a matter of hours, a newly elected junior council board will be revealed following the local government junior elections which took place earlier today across various schools. According to the administrators, this year's election were approached with a lot of enthusiasm. Shane Stubbs has more in this report.
Today is very significant.
Thumbs dipped and X's marked. That was the scene across several schools today as students headed to the polls to elect their representatives in this year's local junior government council elections. With the majority of schools across the island participating, Administrator Preston Cooper says once the votes are counted and the students' voices heard, the new junior council board will be ready to represent their peers with purpose and pride.
Poll closes at 3. We do a recount tomorrow. And the council will then start the new year, identifying projects around the various schools.
The voting process mirrored that of a general election. Students presented their voters' cards, entered the polling booths, marked their ballots, and now wait to see the results. Parliamentary consultant Cecil Thompson says he was impressed by the seriousness and enthusiasm both candidates and voters brought to the process this year.
I asked them if the candidates had been campaigning. They said campaigning hard. So I want to commend the administrator and the local government for what they've done with the young people.
From attending local government meetings to undergoing training sessions, Principal of Bishop Michael Eldon School, Cecile Campbell, says a lot of preparation went into getting the candidates ready for the election.
The advisors, Ms. Leedon and Mrs. Najman, have been working feverishly. All of the nominees, the candidates, are campaigning very seriously in order to gain the votes that they would need to hold office.
Adding even more significance to this year's election, the Beacon School joined the initiative for the first time, fielding several candidates and even hosting mini rallies to sway voters.
The candidates were able to say what they're going to do for their school and their projects. We had parents come in this morning. We had to keep them behind the gates of the excitement. They had their T-shirts and everything was ready, and everybody's excited about it.
And for many students, the voting process was straightforward. But more importantly, it gave them a clearer understanding of what it means to elect peers who will advocate for their schools.
Not all the time teachers and principals have time to repair the school, so this helps students get a taste of how it means to be an actual political party.
For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Shane Stubbs.
Switching gears now. On Monday, the holiday spirit and island pride were on full display in East Grand Bahama as hundreds gathered for the 53rd annual McLeanstown Conch Cracking Festival, a colorful celebration of culture, community, and one of the nation's oldest traditions. Raven Davis has the highlights.
Holiday spirit filled the air as hundreds of residents and visitors made their way to East and all to celebrate the country's oldest conch cracking festival.
It celebrates family, friendship, and the pride we take in who we are as Bahamian. We want to say to all of the young people in McLeanstown, all of the young people in East Grand Bahama, we want you to see this event as if it is your event. Some time ago, our Minister of Grand Bahama, the Honorable Ginger Moxley, said that Grand Bahama ought to be the festival capital of the islands of the Bahamas. And she agreed that there was no better place for this to be displayed than in East Grand Bahama.
The excitement carried on well into the evening with games for the kids, live performances, and a spread of Bahamian dishes that had everyone raving.
It's awesome right now. I just got me something to eat too, man. I got some jerk. I got some jerk pork inside the bag.
Everything's real lively here. Everybody's real engaged, just really nice. There's things to do from little kids all the way up to the adults.
And of course, the highlight of the day, the conch cracking competition that drew excitement from both juniors, visitors, and other attendees.
I always wanted to join the conch cracking, but I never get a chance. But since I have won, I mean, I think ain't nobody can stop me now. Ain't nobody can touch me.
When I decided to join, I felt a little bit nervous or sad because I was like, I couldn't do it because I didn't know how to do it before. But when I started doing it, I felt like I got confidence.
I have never cracked a conch, and we did it, and it was really fun.
I'm excited. I'm proud of myself.
For some vendors, it was their first time taking part. They say the turnout exceeded all expectations.
Persons have come to know the name Gully Wow, and they come looking for you. So it's been a pretty good reception.
I'm not really surprised
about the children, because children usually have a very sweet tooth, but I am really surprised with the adults' reactions.
This year, Vice President Candy Roll Johnson says that proceeds will help with community upgrades, including much-needed improvements to the McLeanstown School.
We want to help that where we can expand to help the wider community, even like with rebuilding and doing other stuff in the community.
And it's safe to say that this celebration of culture, flavor, and island pride is still cracking strong after more than 50 years. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Raven Davis.
That's a look at stories making news. Jay, what's happening in sports?
Right before sports, have you ever cracked a conch before?
No.
Neither have I, so it makes both of us. Coming up in sports, primary school boys, soccer, highlights, and more.
Thanks, Jay. Sports comes your way next.
Here at Island Bedding, we provide Bahamians a local option for factory direct quality sleep products. We have also expanded to include a range of furniture and home accessories. Check out our new living room pieces, including sectional, TV stands, accent tables, and more. Come on down to Island Bedding and feast your eyes on prices you have to see to believe. Located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinarian.
Journey to a serene oasis. Relax. Rejuvenate. Renew. Welcome to Renew Day Spa. For appointments, call 352-RENU.
Strength isn't claimed, it's built. At Heroic Concrete, every block is made with purpose, crafted to protect, poured to endure. From ready-mix to premium 8-inch blocks, we supply the strength our nation needs. Proudly made in Grand Bahama, built for hurricanes, built for legacy. Creating products to bring value to our lives and strength to our future. Call 820-4376 or email sales@heroicgrouplimited.com.
At Save More Drugs, we got you. We got what you want. We got what you need. We got what you came for. The quality you expect. The prices you need and deserve. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Hello. What time is the flight?
No one asked us to go. Hello? Into the storm. Into the chaos. To witness devastation. No one asked us to go.
Are you ready?
Because it's the story that drives us forward, that brings truth to light, that connects us all. This is why we go.
Breaking news out of Grand Bahama, our Raven Davis has been covering this story all day and joins us live now with the latest. Raven, what can you tell us?
Yes, Ramiko, I had a chance to speak to many of the residents, and many of them are concerned about...
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to Sports. Primary school soccer officially kicked off yesterday. 4 games on the boys' schedule. In the first game, Sunland defeated Walter Parker 1-0 to start their season off in the win column.
I think my guys played really tremendous. You know, we came in here with a game plan. We wanted to make sure to defend our goalposts, first and foremost, and then we had our strikers, who also played tremendously well. After all that defensive pros that the Walter Parker Primary School gave us, we was able to score at least 1 point to give us the victory at the end.
I felt well. We had a lot of practice. We executed the team. Even though we didn't really play as hard, but I felt that we played hard enough.
Now in other scores from primary school boys, LIS defeated Bishop Michael Eldon 3-2. Now over at the YMCA, Maurice Moore got the win against Lewis Yard 2-0, and Bartlett Hill defeated Martin Town 4-0. Next in sports, scores from Abaco High School volleyball. Forest Heights took down Agape and junior boys play in 3 sets, 25-13, 13-23, and 16-14. Now in senior girls action, Forest Heights got the W versus Long Bay in 2 straight sets, 25-16 and 25-22. And in senior boys action, Forest Heights won in 2 sets over SC Boodle, 25-21 and 25-13. And that's your quick check on sports. Your Facebook friend of the day is next. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
Save more drugs, from cosmetics to prosthetics. What you need for your family, the brands you're looking for, the quality you expect, vitamins you need, and prescriptions you came for. Feel the love. Save more at Save More Drugs.
Hello, welcome to P & Roy, a Bahamian design and Bahamian-owned company. You can find your latest fashions and trends for men and women. If you have a special event, such as a beach outing, such as a wedding, an evening out on the town, you can find that special outfit. You can also find special outfit for his and hers as well, even the little children. We also have overnight bags and evening gowns and dresses. We also have men's suits. We have men's shorts. We are located in Port Lucaya Marketplace. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook. So come on down, we're waiting on you.
Get a jump on your health and fitness goals with the Fitness Connections Transformation Challenge. We've already helped hundreds of people get closer to their health and fitness goals and achieve awesome results like you see here. You can scan the QR code to find out more. But let me tell you what all comes with the challenge. One, you get 20% off coupons to the Fitness Connection every 2 weeks. You get coaching calls with us on Zoom. You get accountability, us checking in on you. And you also get the chance to win $1,000 and other prizes if you are the winner. So what do you have to lose? $50, you can have a chance to win $1,000 and get the body of your dreams. So scan the code now, sign up. We're here to help you.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. I'm Yolanda Thompson-Everest.
It's a Thursday night, heading to Fish Fry 8 Bar Rock. And I'm Jay Philippe.
Here's a live look at the Bahamas tonight, coming your way next.
You don't have the necessary skills for employment, and not just that you don't have the necessary attitude and behavior.
This week, we examine the latest unemployment numbers, what they mean, and why it's not exactly a simple issue to fix.
As people get older, they get steeped in some ways. No 14 weeks in this world or the next will change them.
We tackle that and more on In Depth with Mukesh Lopinder.
abuse, domestic violence, suicidal tendencies. Are you being stressed out from these problems? Call the national hotline at 422-2763 or 322-2763. There are trained social workers available 24 hours to help you. Know that you are not alone in this.
Fiber is here, faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the Prime Minister sits down for a series of strategic meetings with union leaders after tensions over salary escalate. Plus, the Progressive Liberal Party to ratify more than a dozen candidates as it readies for the next general election. And a bright spot amid the gray clouds hovering over the upcoming Junkanoo parades. We'll tell you what's planned and why it's an open invitation for you to get involved. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. A glimmer of hope in that ongoing standoff between unionists and the government. Union leaders left the office of the Prime Minister seemingly satisfied with the progress made during this morning's talks. With all the details, return now to our Danielle Dean.
The Bahamas Educators, Counselors and Allied Workers Union deciding not to protest once again this week, holding on to the promise made by Prime Minister Philip Davis that outstanding payouts will be made before Christmas. Bakawu President Sandra Major maintains that none of their rights have been revoked.
Would we understand, of course, that the salary review is a gift? And in doing that, we will continue our negotiations with the government this week.
And similar sentiments were shared by Bahamas Educators Managerial Union President Stephen McPhee.
I think the Prime Minister, as many of us suspects, as soon as the Prime Minister could deliver, which maybe even be prior, it will occur. But my members sent us here with a mandate, and we have no challenge prior to coming to this meeting with the voice of our members that we, one, expect it to be included, and two, the deadline that was set, we expected that we would not go beyond that deadline.
Though the initial announcement of salary reviews did not include BEMU, McPhee says the meeting changed that.
The Prime Minister and his team, I must say, was very receptive in some points, was even apologetic and made it clear that there was no ill will or intent.
Latre Ramming, OPM Director of Communications, says negotiation with the government has always been welcome.
The public has already seen the comments made by the union leaders who have already met with the Prime Minister, who really relayed that the comments or the meetings were positive. The government maintains the same view. It is the objective of the Prime Minister to reaffirm to them that the government has an open-door policy from the unions, with union leaders, and the Prime Minister has maintained that open-door policy from the start.
As negotiations continue, ZNS will continue to follow. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Meantime, outside the Prime Minister's Cable Beach office, the Bahamas Union of Teachers and the Bahamas Public Services Union stood firm in their call for the government to address lingering issues. According to BUT President Belinda Wilson, their concerns have been resubmitted to the government. This while BPSU President Kingsley Ferguson defended the ongoing demonstrations.
It is not about us. It's about us being able to bring forward to the Prime Minister the matters of concern for our members. So as soon as we can get these matters addressed in a timely and a satisfactory manner, then hey, we ready to work, we working overtime, we working in the summer, we tutoring, we ready to work.
Those who are refusing to meet with unions to address the issues and concerns should give consideration to the impact of the decisions that they made and not the actions that unions take.
Now, speaking with the media, the Director of Communications in the Office of the Prime Minister, Latre Ramming, says the government has actively engaged unions and progress has already been made.
a lot of the unions would have negotiated their benefits under their industrial agreements. And so the government went a step further, and including their benefits outside those agreements. For example, the teachers wasn't previously part of this process, and the Prime Minister ensured that they were. And so it demonstrates to union leaders that when you come to the table, you could iron these things out and you could come to a successful conclusion. And that is a part of what the government is demonstrating today, that we could reach consensus, that we can find middle ground, and there could be amicable resolutions that could be respectful.
All tonight, the governing Progressive Liberal Party is preparing to announce the ratification of at least a dozen of its standard bearers for the upcoming general election. The party holding an event tonight at its Farrington Road headquarters, and that's where we find our Corval Pyfrom. Corval?
Ursula, there's a lot of excitement here at the Sir Lyndon Pindling Center as the ratification exercises get underway here tonight. Now, party insiders tell me don't look for any surprises. I mean, these will mostly be incumbents who we already knew from party chairman Fred Mitchell would receive the party's nomination. So we're hearing names tonight like incumbents like Ministers Bell, Colby Davis, Glover Roll, Campbell, and then Mikhail Bonnery and Leslie Miller-Bryce. And it was a foregone conclusion that for Charlotte hopeful businessman Sebastian would get the party's nomination. He's already announced that he has been ratified. The other person, Senator Darren Pickstock, the executive chairman of the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation. He's going to get the nod, of course, for the Golden Isles constituency. I'm lucky to have joined me Health Minister and Tall Pines MP, Dr. Michael Darville. Dr. Darville, what is tonight about?
Well, tonight is about the PLP ratifying its candidates and getting ready for battle for the next general election. I think tonight we have about 14 candidates that would be ratified, some new, some incumbent. But the reality is we went through all of the processes, and now we're about to roll out our candidates. So this is the first batch that is going to hit the road running, and very shortly, the Prime Minister in his wisdom will begin to roll out the balance of the candidates so that we can get armed and ready for battle for the next election and win the second term for 2026.
And this process was not about shock value. Instead, it was about building momentum and showing that there's still party unity even after a contentious battle.
Well, listen here, there's always party unity. The Progressive Liberal Party, we're always together. And all of our candidates realize if they do not get the nomination, most of them will line up with the candidates and provide all of the support that we truly need in order for us to win the next general election. The PLP is unified.
And like I told you, there's a lot of excitement out here. You can see it as folks are getting into our shot. The party's leader and Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, has already arrived here at party headquarters, as has the Deputy Leader and Deputy Prime Minister and several of tonight's candidates that will be ratified. We will, of course, because of both you and I, back together tonight at 11 for the very latest on what's happening here at the Sir Lyndon Pindling Center. I'm Corval Pyfrom. Back to you, Makushla.
Well, thanks, Corval. And as you just heard, you can expect to hear more details coming from tonight's ratification in our 11 p.m. newscast. Meantime, the Free National Movement plans to ratify additional candidates this month, adding to the 24 who have already gotten the green light to run on the party's ticket in the upcoming general election.
It would not be all of them. The government has an obligation to provide the boundaries report. They have not. And we do know that they intend to engage in the election shortly. And so we believe that we should be also strategic in terms of naming the additional candidates. But certainly this month.
Coming up, a Grand Bahama project locks in crucial funding. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. That and more in a moment.
Step into a life of luxury and convenience with the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card. From earning premium cashback rewards on every dollar spent to enjoying comprehensive travel insurance, shop with confidence, knowing your purchases are protected. Our Platinum Concierge service turns your requests into reality, wherever life takes you. Let the Commonwealth Bank Platinum Card be your passport to exceptional experiences. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
KFC fill-up box, serving 6 juicy pieces of chicken, 4 buttery biscuits, crispy fries to share, and 12 premium original recipe KFC nuggets, all packed into one crave-worthy box. So dig in and do whatever the crunch you want with the KFC fill-up box. Only at KFC, it's finger-licking good.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. BTC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
All the way means collective hope.
Togetherness.
Sharing resources, you're sharing energy, and you're sharing a common goal.
All the we means community.
We jamming.
A shared history.
They coming together to share their ideas.
All the we is one family. All the we is one. The journey that we share.
Stronger together.
A perpetual collaborative effort that's built on community. That's what all the we means to me.
Like, what you grabbing all these pizzas, boy?
Wait, Marcos, wait. We have a special on all the large one-topping pizzas, wait.
Pineapple.
All.
Barbecue.
All. Hey, that included, but
I need the $10 special plate.
How many would you like?
20 in it. Thank you so much, man. $10, that's it. The Marcos got that deal, boy.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
You're looking at a shot there of Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas, one of the world's largest cruise ships, which docks at the Nassau Cruise Port weekly. That shot courtesy of drone pilot, our Kyson Miller. Thanks, Kyson. Welcome back. Some good news for Grand Bahama as the long-stalled redevelopment of its international airport could be getting back on course, which many say is the key component to that island's grand recovery. Cleopatra Murphy has the latest development.
The Saudi Fund for Development has agreed to reallocate funds originally earmarked for the Georgetown, Exuma, and North Eleuthera airports for the construction of the Grand Bahama International Airport. Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper, made the announcement at the 19th Annual Exuma Business Outlook Thursday morning.
We found approval this week. We got the announcement that they are amenable to facilitating that. We're executing the documents. And this is the last plank in ensuring that the Grand Bahama International Airport gets going.
This is after he announced in September that government was seeking alternative funding for the airport after funding plans fell through. Government last year signed an agreement with Aerodome Limited, the Manchester group that was to fund the reconstruction, and BHM Construction International UK for a $200 million redevelopment of the island's airport decimated by 2019's Hurricane Dorian. Cooper says the Manchester group will still manage the facility while an expert team of Bahamian contractors are ready.
The government of the Bahamas are putting the pieces together to mobilize over in the near term. And once we have completed the process of paperwork, etc., the Saudi funds will kick in. I expect that to take a few months, but the reality is we're hoping to find a way to mobilize immediately so that the work can get going.
Some $100 million is being reallocated for the airport, which the minister says will fund Phase 1, inclusive of a terminal building for the domestic use and a pre-clearance facility.
We are hopeful that once this is well advanced, that the U.S. government will consider favorably the re-establishment of pre-clearance in Grand Bahama. We're seeing growth in airlift. Grand Bahama remains the fastest growing in terms of air arrivals. and therefore hopefully soon we will be able to justify the return of pre-clearance.
He says this signals progress, and officials are optimistic it will advance quickly. Cooper assures the reallocation will not impact the works for the other airports. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Cleopatra Murphy.
In other news, one of the country's most loved and celebrated traditions, Junkanoo, will take on a new face this holiday season. The Boxing Day and New Year's Day parades will now be complemented with a series of events. It's designed to create more opportunities for Junkanooers to gain more revenue and for Bahamians and tourists to jump in the line and have a good time. Felicity Darville tells us more.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture and the National Junkanoo Committee have announced the introduction of the Bahamas Junkanoo Festival, a 7-day event running from December 18th to January 1st, involving several government ministries. Director of the Orange Economy Unit in the Ministry of Economic Affairs, Angelique McKay.
This festival also is intended to allow Junkanoo artists to monetize that which they love so dearly, which is the creative arts of Junkanoo. And we all know with festivals, it allows our creatives opportunities. Festivals allow many different opportunities for many individuals. Our vocalists, our dancers, like I said, our Junkanoo artists, our culinary artists, so many areas within the creative industry are exposed during festival time. So this is one thing that we're looking at.
There will be a day focused on religious and spiritual events. However, each day will be centered around the family. There will also be a special Junkanoo rush out that tourists and locals will have the opportunity to participate in.
We have no time to waste. We're moving full steam ahead, and things are falling in place every day to make sure that we have a successful parades, Christmas and New Year's morning.
Deputy Chair of the Parade's Planning Committee, Calvin Green, is confident that the NJC will do a good job with the 2 major parades under their management.
I don't think there will be any fall off at all. I think people, it is a thing within the Bahamian psyche, and it has nothing to do with the JCNP or the NJC. It is what we enjoy as Bahamians, and so I don't see, and in fact, we are doing some things that we know will bring people out more than what they may have done before. So the vision is, I don't think there'll be any fall off at all.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Felicity Darville.
On a more somber note, Governor General, Her Excellency Dame Cynthia Pratt, Prime Minister the Honorable Philip Davis, former Prime Ministers and other dignitaries leading those filing into the House of Assembly this morning to pay respects to former Cabinet Minister and parliamentarian Dr. Norman Gay. The former physician, Minister of Health and Minister of Youth and Sports under the Pinling administration passed away last month at the Princess Margaret Hospital. He was 84 years old. Housing Minister the Honorable Keith Bell, remembering the former politician as a pioneer in the sporting arena.
He was a very critical Minister of Health in the Pinling administration. I certainly looked up to him. I remember he was the epitome of health. I hoped to get a body like him, but as you could see, it didn't all plan out. And I saw him just now, and I told his family just now, he still have his length of hair. And he looks good. He's smiling in his casket. He looks good. And so I think he went to the grave an empty vessel. He poured everything he had into his family, into the youth of this nation, and certainly into the country. And may his soul rest in peace.
Meantime, Opposition Leader Michael Pintard remembers the late Cabinet Minister, bodybuilder, and wellness advocate as an inspiration to young people.
As a young person growing up, there were several things that struck us about him. His commitment to medicine and his commitment to wellness, not just anti-aging, but the importance of us eating right, exercising, and taking care of our body if we are to be around to make a contribution to the country. And so the second thing was he was an iconic figure in sports. He had this compelling physique. He had a track record in sports, and he was a strong advocate for sports development and the role it could play in national development.
An official funeral service will take place tomorrow at the Hillview Seventh-day Adventist Church at 11 a.m.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Full Call Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
For
every shape-up, after-school activity, unplanned home repair, and other day-to-day spending, there's SandDollar. SandDollar is a convenient way to send and receive money instantly. SandDollar is easy to use. It's safe and secure. Just like physical cash, SandDollar is issued by the Central Bank of the Bahamas. And best of all, there are no fees for individuals to send or receive funds. Download a SandDollar-enabled digital wallet and enjoy the benefits of the digital Bahamian dollar. Spend it locally. Transfer it to and from a local bank account or convert it to and from physical cash. Learn more at www.sanddollar.bs.
As an athlete, I've learned that success isn't built on extras. It's built on the essentials. Strength, discipline, smart choices. That's why I'm proud to partner with Bahama Health to introduce Essential 300. A comprehensive health insurance plan that's all about covering what truly matters. Essential 300 is Bahama Health's most affordable major medical plan for groups and individuals. It offers access to a specialized network of care with essential benefits like preventative services, because real strength starts with staying healthy. You may not be training for a race, but everyone deserves strong and affordable coverage with Essential 300. With Bahama Health, you can feel good about your health plan and protect what truly matters, your health.
For more information, call 396-1350 or visit www.bahamahealth.com.
With My Freedom 15, I always get the latest. That's a cop.
With My Freedom 15, I never miss the Facebook drama.
With My Freedom 15, I can call my friends on the Alive network at any time. Girl, you calling me again? Yes, and I have 100 free minutes to call the U.S. and Canada, so you know.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
This portion of the news is brought to you by 700 Wines and Spirits, bringing celebration across the nation.
Well, who better to bring our spirits up than Royston and Marlena, who are with us to give us a sneak peek of what's coming up in Access Now.
Thanks for the introduction, Makushla. Now, you may have noticed that it's getting darker a little bit earlier, and that golden hour is coming about a little bit earlier as well. That's because we're only 2 weeks away from the end of daylight saving times kicking in November 2nd.
I love those long nights. I'm a night owl, but we're still in Breast Cancer Awareness Month for now, and so we've got Chandira Nottage with us tonight, and she's going to be showing us some of her breast cancer awareness shirts, so we can't wait to have that coming up soon.
Absolutely. Stay tuned for that.
Well, stay with us. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report continues after this.
Diet-friendly special.
During Little Caesars Carnival of Specialties, you're gonna want to try everything. Like wearing a Balloon Man costume?
Or turning into a tuba?
No! Like trying all the varieties from the Carnival of Specialties at a special price for a limited time, only at Little Caesar.
For just $13 VAT inclusive, get it now at Little Caesars, Oaksfield, Carmichael Road, East Street South, Charles Saunders Highway, and Prince Charles in the One East Plaza.
Pizza, pizza.
Bang, ding. Bing, bang, ding. Ding, ding, dong. Bang, bang, bang. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong. Dum dum dum. Ding bang ding. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong. Ding bang ding. Ding ding dong.
A digital wave is making its mark across the Bahamas. From Grand Bahama to Anagua, Bahamians are embracing smarter ways to pay. The Pay Fast, Live Digital campaign, launched by the Central Bank of the Bahamas and the Clearing Banks Association, is bringing safe, fast, and convenient payment solutions to every island, from online banking to mobile wallets.
We had an incredible turnout, so it gave us an opportunity to have a conversation that they can also be a part of and appreciate.
Remember, people over 60 and around 60, the fear that you talk about, we understand, and we have persons to be able to assist with that.
I learned that digital banking is going to be one of the biggest ways that us as Bahamian kids will benefit in the future.
It has to start somewhere, and this is a good start.
We're empowering communities, one town hall at a time, for families, for businesses, for you. Let's live digital.
Things may be tough, but Wendy's got you covered. Grab a day single or chicken sandwich with a junior fries and 16-ounce beverage for just $6.95. Why choose less from the other guys when you can get more? At Wendy's, we're providing bigger bites and better deals. So purchase your Tings Tough Value Meal today. Now available at all locations, excluding the airport and food truck.
It's time now for your first look at the tropics, and it's brought to you by the Disaster Risk Management Authority. And in the tropics, we can roll you back there. We see that earlier next week, we could possibly see some development in the Caribbean Sea, and we're giving it a 20% chance that that could possibly happen. There's also another area well to the north of Bermuda where we're also giving it a 20% chance of some sort of development over the next several days. But elsewhere throughout the tropics, tropical cyclone development is not anticipated over the next 7 days. Makushla.
Thanks, Basil. Before we leave, a major culinary festival set for the Bahama Resort just days away. The 2025 Foods Caribbean Art Fair is promising to give patrons an experience they won't soon forget. Our Lloyd Allen is at Cable Beach Resort as the stage is being set. Lloyd, what can you tell us?
Well, Makushla, in a matter of days, a major event is set to unfold right here on the grounds of Bahama Resort. This is the 2025 Bahamas Let's start over.
Well, we do apologize, but that does it for the National Report. But stay close. The Bahamas Tonight continues with Access Now.
The DRM Authority 2025 Official Hurricane Shelter List. New Providence Community Center, Blake Road. Samuel and Cornelia Williams Community Center, the Salvation Army, Meadow Street. Reverend Dr. O.A. Pratt Educational Building, St. John's Native Baptist Church, Augusta and Meeting Street. The Remnant Tabernacle Praise reserved for Aftermath, Carmichael Road. Epworth Hall, Ebenezer Methodist Church for use by homeless and persons with physical disabilities, Shirley Street. St. Barnabas Church, Wolf and Blue Hill Roads. Maranatha Seventh-day Adventist Church, Prince Charles Drive, the Salvation Army, Mackey Street, Pilgrim Baptist Temple, St. James Street, New Bethlehem Baptist Church, Independence Drive, Hillview Seventh-day Adventist Church, Tawny Williams Darling Highway, Agape Full Gospel Baptist Church, Kennedy Subdivision, New Dimension Ministries, Joe Farrington Road, Church of God Convention Center, Joe Farrington Road, Berea Seventh-day, Blue Hill Road South, Canon Neil E. Roach Hall, Holy Cross Anglican Church, Highbury Park, Ebenezer Mission Baptist, Charles Vincent Street, St. Mary's Hall, Fox Hill on top of the hill, Epiphany Anglican Church, Prince Charles Drive.
What's trending in business? Who's making major money moves? And how's it shaping your future?
This is Economics, your front row seat to the biggest stories in business, innovation, and finance. Powered by the Sand Dollar, the digital currency of the Central Bank of the Bahamas. It's fast, secure, Bahamian. We're breaking down the numbers, the news, and what it means to you. Tune in every Thursday at 6 p.m. for the trends, the insights, and the stories that matter. Get informed, get inspired, get in the mix with Economics.
One giant leap for mankind might be in the stars for you if you're an aspiring astronaut. But before we get to the stars, we can offer you a program to equip you. Stay close for that.
And healthy living over 40. We have a doctor to tell you all about that, so don't blink.
Plus, several local pastors are now war room ready based on a conference they attended recently.
And coming up in sports, dozens pay respect to sports legend Eddie Ford.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Winston Churchill said, play the game for more than you can afford to lose. Only then will you learn the game. Good evening, I'm Royston Jones.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Things have gotten a little hot out there with all those protests and negotiations this week. Very, very heated, very fuego.
Yes, very heated. Acknowledging it, but I don't even think we have time to get into it because it's quite a hot button subject, but I do hope that it gets resolved soon.
I'm 100% with you there. In fact, I'm 1,000% with you there. For now, let's dive right into the news. A young boy with a big dream, and he's taking the phrase shooting for the stars quite literally. Our Daniel Dean has this report.
Just keep on trying with your flying.
It was young Aldrin King's voice that put him in the right place at the right time to see one of his biggest dreams come to fruition. A solar system-loving standout, the 6th grader managed to be the only primary schooler invited to the Hackett STEM Camp, a 9th to 12th grader only camp facilitated by first Bahamian woman to go to space, Aisha Bowe. The 11-year-old met Bo after performing with the National Youth Choir during independence celebrations in July.
She had asked me what were gas planets made of, and she had asked me what were Earth planets made of, and I answered them all correctly.
The aerospace engineer described it as an impressive encounter.
It was the day before the first day of camp. They came to the school where we were setting up, and I asked Aldrin why he wanted to be in the camp, and he said how interested he was in space and science and technology. And he then began to tell me about all the gas giant planets that he had learned about in school, how they were made up, and he was dropping all kinds of facts about the galaxy and the universe. And I just looked at him and I said, you know, this young man is one of the brightest stars in the future of the Bahamas. I can see it.
When a child is asked what they aspire to be in the future, astronaut isn't a response most take seriously, but Bo is happy to say that it should be.
To go from being someone who wasn't sure what they were going to be when they grew up, to working at NASA, to being able to be the first Black woman to raise and fund her own seat to space. It's a dream fulfilled, but it's also a call to the next generation. If I can do this, then what can you do if you decide to reach?
And Aldrin is taking his passion to another level, mapping out his plan for aerospace studies after graduation next year.
Start early from high school, even though I'm starting to learn it now. And so once I go to university to start studying even more, I'll already know most of the basics, so I could easily pass and become an astro engineer and astronaut.
For the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, I'm Danielle Dean.
What a great mentor to have behind him. Thanks, Danielle. Well, in celebration of National Youth Month, hundreds of young people from across various schools, churches, clubs, and civic organizations throughout Grand Bahama gathered for a youth march in 8 Mile Rock on Sunday. This year's National Youth Month is under the theme Youth Voices Unlocked. Deputy Director of Education for the Grand Bahama, Bimini and the Keys District, Michelle Boleg, expressed excitement for the march and emphasized the importance of youth using their voices, reminding them that they are the future leaders, workers, and decision makers of the Bahamas. The youth march here in New Providence, set for October 12th, was postponed due to inclement weather. No new date has been set yet.
Of course, we're looking forward to that. Dozens of local pastors gathered this weekend under one roof for a time of spiritual renewal at the 3rd Annual War Room Conference hosted by Pastor Leo Adderley. Unlike most conferences aimed at church members or new believers, this one was designed specifically for pastors.
This conference is designed for pastors, mostly. Most times, we have conferences for members and sinners, but this is a time where pastors come together to repent, to be refueled, to be revived.
This year's theme, Me versus Me, the battle within, called ministers to engage in self-reflection and accountability, reminding them that sometimes the biggest obstacles to grow lie within.
Sometimes we think that our greatest enemy is Satan, the world, our brothers or sisters, but sometimes we're our biggest enemy. Sometimes we are the stumbling block. Sometimes we're the one causing the problems. We are in a critical point in our nation whereby so many things are going on, and I believe that the problem starts in the church. I believe the Bible says, if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I shall hear from heaven, forgive their sins, and heal the land. Our land cannot be healed until the church is healed.
Sometimes you got to get out your own way to get your blessing. Still to come, Shandaria Nottage, owner of Keepsakes Magical Memoirs, joined us live in studio to tell us about her contribution to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Think pink. And of course, our chief meteorologist, Basil Dean, is on the other side of the break, hopefully with some much-needed sunshine. So stay close.
Halloween is near, and so is a super value or quality supermarkets with spooky good specials like Cardinal evaporated milk, 13 ounces, $1.09. First Choice sugar, 4 pounds, $2.59. Quaker Oats, assorted 18 ounces, $3.99. Seedless watermelons, $6.99 each. Whole chickens, $1.99 per pound. No tricks, but definitely treats when you shop the specials at Super Value and Quality Supermarkets.
You don't have necessary skills for employment, and not just that you don't have the necessary attitude and behavior.
This week, we examine the latest unemployment numbers, what they mean, and why it's not exactly a simple issue to fix.
As people get older, they get steeped in some ways. No 14 weeks in this world or the next will change them.
We tackle that and more on In Depth with Mukesh Lopinder.
Get this straight to our new sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, ASAP.
New sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 5th floor, quick.
New sales and marketing office in Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor, on my way.
New sales and marketing office, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West, 5th floor.
You could have caught a ride with me. We're only a block away from ZNS.
ZNS Sales and Marketing has moved to the 5th floor, Centerville House, 2nd Terrace West. For more information, call 502-3800.
For your Access weather forecast, and in the tropics, we're keeping our eyes on the Caribbean Sea, and by early next week could have some development taking place there, and we're giving it about a 20% chance that will happen. Also, another area to the north of Bermuda with a 20% chance of development over the next several days. And taking a look at our live weather radar, well, dry conditions has returned to the 700 islands. High pressure is in control of our weather, and it seems as though it's going to be with us for several days to come. And boating forecast tonight through Friday in the northwestern and central islands, the winds are going to be northeast at 12 to 18 knots. The wave height is 3 to 6 feet. So we're asking small craft to exercise some caution. Now, your low tide, that will occur at 11:31 tonight with another low tide at 11:49 tomorrow morning. And for the southeast, Bahamas through Friday, northerly winds 10 to 15 knots. The wave height is 2 to 4 feet over the ocean. And that will take you into the northwestern islands on Saturday. The winds then become easterly. We'll see a reduction in those winds down 10 to 15 knots. The wave height subsiding 2 to 4 feet. So we will drop the caution flags for your boaters in the northwest Bahamas on Saturday. And for the central and southeastern islands on Saturday, the winds increase out of the east at 12 to 18 knots. Wave height is building 3 to 6 feet. So we'll now post a small craft caution for the central and southeastern Bahamas on Saturday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures. And they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. That's going to do it for your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Royston and Melina.
Rain will go away. Please come back another day. Thanks, Basil. As I said earlier, Shandari Nottage joins us live in studio tonight. She is the owner of Keepsakes, Magical Memoirs.
And we're still in October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so it's a pink affair. We're thinking pink as we welcome Shandira to Access Now. Welcome.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Great. So can you tell us about what we have here, what the company is about, and how it all got started?
So Keepsakes Magical Memoirs is a creative brand where we specialize in customized items, be it blankets, hardbook covers, greeting cards, and more lately, we have our shirts.
Amazing. And so when did it get started?
It got started in 2020, and we have been growing since then. We first started with books, and now we are
doing apparel.
It's incredible for a business to grow out of the pandemic too.
Yes.
Is the
love
magical
those stories.
I love those stories, yeah. Is the Magical Memoirs exclusive to this particular line here, or it goes outside of that line as well?
It's outside.
Outside
so
too. Okay.
This is a subsidiary of Magical Memoirs, Keepsakes Magical Memoirs.
Gotcha.
And it's called Wear the Word.
Wear the Word. I like that.
Wear the Word, where we specialize in faith-inspired design.
Okay.
Beautiful. And is this your first year doing breast cancer awareness line?
Yes, it is.
So can you tell us, is this something that hit close to home for you, or is it just a show of support for all of the women that might be going through it?
It hits home. It definitely hits home for me, as I lost an aunt to breast cancer. And it inspired me watching her go through, because she stayed with me, watching her go through with faith and hope, and realizing the power of being able to reference scriptures in order to keep the hope alive.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So speaking of wearing the words,
yes.
Can we show
what do we
some
have
of these?
here?
Yeah.
They're beautiful. In fact, there's so many intricate designs in this, and I want you to talk me through some of the design concepts for some of these. If you can, which one's your favorite? I like this one too.
That's my favorite.
Let me pull this one up.
Yes, that one. I think Royston was talking about that before we came back.
The dots inside of it.
Yes, this one is my favorite. So I love fashion. I love prints. I love polka dots and cheetah prints, zebra prints. And so I wanted to incorporate the polka dot into this one. It says, faith can move mountains. And the scripture reference is Matthew 17, verses 20.
And so how do you come up with the scripture and the designs that you want to use on the shirts?
A lot of the scriptures were based on what my aunt said while she was going through the struggle. So she talked about, I have faith as big as a mustard seed. I think this one. There's a scripture that says, if you have faith as big as a mustard seed, you will be made whole. And so this one was inspired by something that my aunt said.
That's
and also
incredible.
this one.
And we can see the butterflies in that and the leopard print you were talking about, right in the letters themselves.
In the letters themselves.
Really well designed.
Where can people find your store, or where can they get these shirts?
So I'm a home-based business, but they can contact me on 429-1096. They can also check out my Facebook handle, which is Keepsakes Magical Memoirs. Okay. And they can also contact me on TikTok as well, Keepsakes Magical Memoirs.
Perfect.
Sounds
perfect.
Great.
Well, these are all so beautiful and creative, and it was our absolute pleasure having you with us tonight. I know I'm gonna want to get one, if not two, of these shirts myself. So we're gonna have a little chat after we do this.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes.
Before we do anything else, of course, it's time to check in with Total Sports to see what's on tap.
Dozens pay their respects to sporting legend Eddie Ford. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Join Pastor Gino Jennings for services in Nassau, Bahamas at British Colonial Hotel, 1 Bay Street, Nassau. Services are Friday, October 24th at 7 p.m., Saturday, October 25th at 5 p.m., and Sunday, October 26th at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. Again, the British Colonial Hotel, 1 Bay Street, Nassau. For information, call 267-989-9189.
It's Bahamas' biggest night this November 1st. Join Alliance Promotions, YBE Promotions, Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, and Bahamas Air as they present the Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series at the National Stadium Ground. Performing for the first time, Tyrese comes to Bahamas to deliver an unforgettable performance. Also performing, R&B sensation Uncle Sam. Get ready for Deborah Cox. The Fall in Love 90s R&B Concert Series, Saturday, November 1st at the National Stadium Ground, Nassau. Tyrese, Uncle Sam, and Deborah Cox. Advance tickets are available now at all Cash and Go locations. Or log on to cashandgobahamas.com. For info, call 242-427-8111 or call 242-357-0116. Be there.
While others see customers as numbers, we see our customers as people, neighbors, friends who deserve more than one-sided connections. That's why we are redefining what real connection is by prioritizing our customers and showing our appreciation by putting our money where your loyalty is. ATC customers, claim your $200 Bahamas Air gift card when you add postpaid mobile to your internet plan. That's loyalty that flows both ways.
Welcome to your Thursday evening sports check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. Dozens of local sporting figures, dignitaries, family members, and friends filled into the Andre Rogers National Baseball Stadium last night to pay their respects to local sporting legend Eddie Ford, who passed away last month. Among them, the nation's chief Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Perry Christie, as well as Sports Minister, Honorable Mario Bolag. Ford, universally described as one of, if not the most versatile athletes the country's ever seen, dominating across several disciplines, including baseball, basketball, and cricket, before ultimately retiring from his athletic career, becoming one of the most respected umpires in the country. A number of tributes were made, reflecting on Ford's one-of-a-kind talent.
One man scoring 100 points in a single game. In softball, he led the Bahamas to a gold medal in Mexico and was named the most valuable player. In baseball, he earned a contract with the Houston Astros organization, showing the world that Bahamians could compete on the international stage.
But Eddie Ford, taking into consideration cricket, basketball, baseball, softball, was the greatest of them all. I'm happy that I was here to hear the cricketer, on behalf of the Cricket Association, acknowledge his prowess in the field of cricket. I was happy to hear Sterling Kwan acknowledge his record in basketball. Eddie was that good.
As a multi-sport athlete, coach, and mentor, Eddie Ford embodied the spirit of excellence, discipline, and unwavering dedication to the development of Bahamian athletics.
The memorial ended with a Junkanoo rush out at the stadium. Eddie Ford was 77 years old. Switching gears to the Diamond, the BAISS softball season resuming yesterday over at the fields at Queens College. In junior girls, the defending champions, the QC Comets, would take on the St. Anne's Blue Waves. Early on, it would look like the Blue Waves would be able to sneak past the Comets, but QC would manage to rally from behind to pick up the win in a high-scoring affair, 14-11.
Well, today's game was very interesting. We came from behind, so I'm very proud of the girls that they had the confidence to come from behind. There are some things that we need to work on. We'll go back to the drawing board and we will come stronger. We won today, so we are grateful.
It feels really good considering that we played to the best of our ability and we've been putting in the work, practicing.
So on the Diamond, Bahamian professional baseball player Deshaun Knowles is set to play for a new team. This after wrapping up a stellar season in the American Association of Professional Baseball. The Leons of Ponce announced the signing of the outfielder as one of their import players for the 2025-2026 season of the Roberto Clemente Professional Baseball League. The speedy outfielder had an outstanding performance with the Sioux City Explorers, where he posted a .286 batting average and a .388 on-base percentage. In 88 games, he hit 9 home runs, drove in 54 runs, scored 62 runs, and stole 53 bases, demonstrating his offensive versatility and ability to create opportunities on the bases. He recently spoke about the opportunity.
It helped me tremendously, obviously, put up the numbers I put up. I've been trying to play winter ball for the past 5 years now, from when I was with the Los Angeles Angels. So just putting up those numbers, made it easier for my, my portfolio to, to be on any other team. You know what I mean? So I just want to keep going with this momentum, playing winter ball and try to make a team.
And that's Look at Your Sports on this Thursday. I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out until tomorrow.
Here at Solomon's, we don't just believe in great brands. We believe in creating unforgettable memories and celebrating everyday living with you and your family. Every aisle is filled with all you need. A great value with variety and a selection of all your favorite groceries and products. Saving you time and keeping you on a budget. Great food changes everything. Shop at your local Solomon's for food, for family, for you.
Our company has a simple philosophy, open hands. What do open hands mean? If you keep your hands closed, nothing comes in, nothing goes out. If you keep your hands open, a lot of things comes in, a lot of things goes out. We cannot expect to be a successful company without blessing our community and blessing our country.
My good friend and valued client, Dominic Stirrup, approached me following a meeting we had and told me of the idea that he had of feeding 10,000 Bahamians on Thanksgiving.
There was a lot of details to put together, had to figure out how to get it done. But at the end, it was worth it. At the end, it gave me a heart of gratitude to know that our company is reaching out to so many persons.
We invite you on a journey to witness an extraordinary chapter in the story of the Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, a tale of compassion, unity, and the true spirit of Thanksgiving.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk a catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one in the car, say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. You got up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Come and visit us at Shop Smart, because everything is here.
Yes, we have it all for you. Toys, clothing, office supplies, appliances, custom cut blinds, bedding, drapes, and rugs. Come and visit us on Mackey Street, 2 blocks down from Wolf Road. Call us at 698-1052.
Shop Smart, oh, everything is here.
Welcome back. You're looking at a shot of Anatole Rogers High School, officially opened on January 20th, 2008. The school is named after Anatole Rogers, a Bahamian educator who goes down in history as the first woman to serve as the principal of Government High School. She was a notable educator indeed. With that said, where are we going today? Let's take a flight down to Eleuthera. Amen.
I saw what you did there, Marlena. Rejection, it's something we've all faced, but Bahamian author and evangelist minister Agnes Bethel says rejection is not your position. In her powerful new book, she shares her journey from childhood pain to divine purpose, showing readers how God's truth can heal, restore, and redefine your story. Serving alongside her husband in Eleuthera, Minister Bethel is living proof that what man rejects, God redeems. Amen to that. Marlena?
Thanks, Royston. Happy Jumpers, a Bahamian food business, hopped on a viral trend as a form of advertising recently. Our Matea Cunningham has the cute story on Let's Talk Socials.
Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Talk Socials. So, the Bahamian business Happy Jumpers just hopped on a trend, and this has everyone talking. They posted a video advertising their beef and vegan hot dogs, and the comment section proved that social media marketing via trends works effectively. Take a look at this video.
You have any kids? Yes, I have one daughter. How about you? How many baby daddies do you have, if you don't mind me asking? Ellipses. I have one daughter. I understand that it's me by the same father. I have one daughter. I understand that it's me by the same father. I don't understand.
You know Bahamians. The minute we hear vegan, the jokes start flying. However, their marketing was so effective, most comments said things like, LOL, love it, followed by hearts and laughing emojis. But the video itself is smart marketing. It's trendy, eye-catching, and got people engaged, which is the whole point. Even if you're not into vegan food, now you know Happy Jumpers sells hot dogs. It's nice seeing more local businesses play around with trends and show personality online instead of just posting flyers. That's how you get people to remember your brand. So, what do you think? Are you trying the vegan one or sticking with the beef? I'm Matea, and this was Let's Talk Socials.
I agree. Anytime I hear that song, I stop scrolling because I'm like, I have to see what the story is.
I have one daughter.
Every time.
That's great marketing. It's always interesting when businesses use trends to get their marketing out there too.
Gotta do it these days.
Absolutely. That's going to do it for Access Now for tonight. Join us for Entertainment Friday when Julian Believe releases a new song, and he's fresh from New York.
And stay tuned for the last newscast in the land at 11 p.m. where Makush Lapinder returns, filling in for Corval Pythram.
Good night, everybody.
The Hidden Disabilities Sunflower is a globally recognized symbol for persons with invisible disabilities.
The Sunflower lanyard made our journey less stressful, smoother, and more inclusive.
REACH is proud to support the Hidden Sunflower Scheme, which makes the invisible visible.